Good morning, everyone. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk, where we talk about dividends and investing in dividend stocks for weekly and monthly cash flow. Today is Friday. We gotta love Friday because everyone loves Friday. Why is that? I don't know. Weekend, time off, the last day of the work week. I don't know. I like Fridays because it is options expiration day. What does that mean? It means free and clear money in my account. All right, today is Friday, April 6, 2018. It's 10:30 a.m. The stock market's already open. So let's jump on in and see what's happening so we can have an idea of what we're looking at today in case we have to do any adjustments to our accounts. All right, so let's jump on in. With that being said, account number one we're looking at is, our dividend capturing one. This is where we just buy the stock, capture the dividend, and move on. We're trying not to take any losses, so we bought some stock in the beginning of the year, in the first quarter, and it seemed to be down 22,000. When I say seems to be down 22,000, it's only that way because, as you can see, the charts for here's SLB for instance. You got the high of the year of 80, the low of the year of 61, so it's trading between 61 and 80. Now we got almost 1,100 shares. And we're waiting for it to go back to where we got in. Now, we are collecting dividends on it, and this is something new that we're trying this year. We're actually selling premiums for calls, for covered calls, to bring in more money as we're waiting for the stock to move. Now, it looks as if we're down, but we're actually not, because we did collect, like I said, we did collect the dividends, and we collected the option premiums, I think 4 or 5 times. So that being said, this one, we're just basically going to ignore this one for today because this is more of a long-term trading strategy on this account. So let's jump onto another account and see what's happening there, because some of them are exciting and some of them aren't. All right, here's the exciting one. This is the one for weekly cash flow. This is where we look at the stock and we trade only the dividend stocks that have weekly options. Why is that? Because we like to have weekly cash flow. Is it a huge amount? No. Our goal here is 1% per week. So whether you have a $10,000 account and you're looking to make, $100 a week, or you have a $100,000 account and you're looking to make $1,000 a week, whatever your 1% is, that's what we're going to concentrate. I don't really like looking at money-wise, because as you can see right here, this one's up 400, this one's up 800, this one's up 500, this one's up 2600, blah, 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 blah. I like to look at consistency and percentages because those numbers are more realistic for me, because you may have a $50,000 account or you may have a $10,000 account. When I say I make 500, you say, hey, great, fine, dandy. But if you have $1 million account and you're making 500, something's just not quite right there. Okay, so we're looking at, on this account, just to make 1% per week. Now, we have 5 positions here: APA, CL, CVS, 3M, and ZTS. Let's quickly take a look at those and see where they are and what they're doing. So the first one on the list, it would be APA. APA, and that would be Apache, isn't it? Yeah, the Apache Corporation. Apache started out at the high right around 54 for the year. Drops down to a trading range of 47, drops down again to 42, and found the low of the year at 33. So for the year, it's trading between 33 and 54. It's a nice little spread. It's almost a 50% spread from there and there. All right, right now she's settled in at 38. All right, 38.46, and where are we with Apache? Apache, we're looking at the 36 and a half. So as you can see, as long as she stays above 36, we are golden. So we're going to just ignore Apache because I really don't think she's going to drop below 36 and a half, considering she's at 48 and a half right at the moment. So next, it would be CL, Colgate-Palmolive. I missed an opportunity to make this trade on a separate account the other day for a 25% return, only because the account wasn't properly set up. I do trade other people's accounts for them to help them out. So every once in a while, they'll ask me to take a look and make a couple of trades for them. And I was at this one lady's account, and I said, I have this really nice opportunity in CVS. You want to go for it? She looked at the numbers. She looked at the charts. Everything looked great. She said, great, let's do it. So we jump on there, tried to make the trade, and apparently she forgot to dot a couple of I's and cross a couple of T's, so we couldn't make the trade for her, so she missed out on a nice little profit. So let's look at where Colgate-Palmolive. Now, Colgate-Palmolive, this chart looks like it's all over the place, but look at the numbers, because it's really not. Low of the year 68, high of the year 78. It's only a $10 spread. Colgate, Dividend King's been trading for over 100 years, increasing the dividend payments to everyone for over 50 years. That's great. So where are we? Colgate's at, right at the moment, a nice sideways trend between, is that 68 and 72. It's only a $4 spread. So let's quickly take a look at where we are. Now we're looking at the 70 and 69.5. She's at 72. I don't think she's going to drop all the way down to 70 in the next couple of hours. So that's great. Let's jump look at CVS. All right, CVS is another good company. They got a low of 60 and a high of 83. She traded for quite a while up at the 78 area, dipped down to the 68. Now she tumbled down to make the low of the year at 59, and she bounced off the 59 to settle in at 64 at the moment. So where are we looking at on CVS? All right, CVS, you get the 61, 60.5 and the 61. We're at 64. No sense even looking at this one. We're golden on that one also. 3M. Now, if you were paying attention to me earlier during the week, you'd notice that 3M does not have a dividend coming up. So why did we jump into 3M and buy some 3M? Well, let's quickly take a look at our account statement. And I'm trying to balance off my losers and my winners. So we have, I believe, somewhere around 10 losers for the year and about 30 winners, which is a good number. It's a 3-to-1. I like that. And 3M just so happened to be at the top of my list for a loser. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to offset our losses. So I'm going to end up doing that every week. I'm probably going to pick on 1 or 2 of these and find out what they're doing, where they're going to go, and see if we can get some of these losses erased so that at the end of the year our profit and loss statements looks a little better. All right, so that being said, 3M's at the top of our list. So let's go back to 3M and where they are. 3M started out with the low of the year at 189. Came up to a trading range of 205 for a couple of months. Peaked at 260. Now that's a nice little jump from 190 to 260. Okay, but all over the place for a little bit. She's settling down at 216. And when did we get in on 3M? 250, 212, 215. So as long as she stays above 215 by 4 o'clock today, we're making some of our profit back. So I'm going to leave this alone for now, but I will be checking on it a little bit later on this afternoon, and I will make another video if there's any adjustments we have to make to 3M. Now ZTS seems to be the only one of our picks this week that seems to be on the downside. Now ZTS started out at 52, jumped up to a trading range of 63 for about 6 months. Slowly made a rise to the high of the year at 86, and right now she's at 82. And where are we with ZTS? ZTS, we are at 80.5 to 81. And here's the kicker. This one is for next week. This one doesn't expire today. This expires next Friday. So all 4 of these are expiring today. But this one, ZTS, is going to expire next Friday. So we're going to ignore that one. So we have, out of the 5 we have traded this week, only 1 that we need to keep an eye on, and that would be 3M. So I'm going to catch you a little bit later on today, right around market close, which should be right around 3:30. And until then, this is James. Let me quickly see if I have any questions from anyone following me. Questions. Now that is a kicker and a half. Okay, so I don't seem to see any questions. So with that being said, we can be out of here, and we will catch you a little bit later on today with our wrap up right around 3:30. So you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later.